And today we have in the studio a former, I mean, you're still reigning. You're still a reigning queen in my books. Haley Cassius, the 1987 to 88 Miss St. Kitts and Nevis.
Good morning.
Nice
Good
to
morning.
have you with us today. How are you
nice
doing?
to be here. I'm okay. I'm just a little in making an appearance in some way.
Talent in
so
you.
yes, they did see some potential, and it may seem strange now, but it was at the time a very anxious experience for me because expectations were high. And I had high expectations of myself as well.
And the expectations is what? Like it's bubbling in your chest at night when you're trying to sleep.
Everything that you don't want to happen, you start to think about, could this possibly happen?
Yeah.
I hope this won't happen.
Yes, I remember one of my concerns was like, I hope I fall on stage. I hope I fall on stage.
Yes, I hope I don't trip.
Yes, I hope I don't fall on stage.
I imagine your experience was somewhat different from contestants who perhaps never had stage experience before.
Yeah, well, definitely it would be. I can't speak so much to theirs, but I can tell you, for example, when I am preparing persons, because besides having one Miss St. Kitts, I, prior to that, was always involved in chaperoning. And it may sound strange, yes, because as in my teenage years, I actually recall that a while ago. In my teenage years, there were a few of us who were quite ambitious, I would say no. And because of our little experience, persons gravitated to us and asked us to assist. So if we weren't assisting behind the scenes, we were actually coaching persons. So see how that would have helped to shape my own experience.
Right.
So one of the strange things that I just remembered is that I was chaperoned to Jeffrey Hanley, who is now a political candidate.
What?
And so I was there trying to think of things that I could possibly say or be asked, and I said, wow, imagine I had that experience, and it was quite one that I would say, it was fun. It was fun having to deal with a male as opposed to a female, and seeing similarities as opposed to differences,
So tell us about your talent. I think that is maybe my favorite segment of the show. Do you remember? Do you remember your talent, and can you tell us about it?
Well, I can't remember. I danced.
Oh, you
I
danced.
can't remember the routine in full. I think, if my memory serves me correct, that it was called Spirit of a New World. And the concept of the dance, I actually conceptualized it, and it was about showcasing different dance techniques at the time, because I wanted to show that I could do various dance styles. So that was it. But in terms of my experience as a dancer on the stage, the one that I would actually want to talk about is when I entered the Miss Carnival pageant, because I totally felt, I think I was put in a position where I did not know what would be the outcome of the dance, because it rained just before I was going to dance on the stage. And you know what our Caribbean settings are like, stages, outdoors, right? So there was an attempt to mop up. But imagine someone who is now going to dance barefooted, attempting things like splits. I'm saying attempting because sometimes we think we're professional and we're not. And so I was quite, hesitant and not wanting to do it then, but then there's an order of appearance, so I did that. But I was really a bit terrified, very fearful about what would happen. So I did a lot of improvising. It wasn't about sticking to routine. It was about improvising. And that, to me, is what pageant experience brings to you as an individual. It teaches you how to deal with those type of moments where you have to make split decisions, where you have to make sure that you're able to still, accomplish what you're hoping for. But that is something that lives on with me, having to deal with that type of situation. Nobody would imagine that you're going to be dancing, after rain has just fallen and the stage is still wet and slippery.
I am honored to be in the company of two former reigning queens.
We're still reigning.
You're still reigning. Well, she reminds me every day, by the way. All right.
Yes,
so
she's embracing it.
What we have now is a little bit of a contest. We're going to pretend that this is the Good Morning SKN Queen Show, and you are going to do what I call your introductory walk and or twirl, and I will decide who I think is, well, rather, who still has it.
They done cheat. I just want to say, they done cheat.
All right, Miss Cassius, you first.
Talking about putting you on the spot.
It's 1987 all
So you
over
want to see if I
again.
can still bring it?
Oh, yes.
Yes! All right.
I think I'm making a little bit of fool of myself, but
Not at all. I think that's what we do every day, so you won't win this one.
Right.
You won't win this
Okay.
one.
Right. My turn.
I think you're already in character, you know.
I'm not. My turn, okay. Hi. You have to have all this very stiff smile. You have to wave. Spin. Hi. Are you swaying?
I'm going to tell you that was too tough to call, so I'm going to put it to our viewers because, you know, I have to work with this one every day.
you're
Yeah,
instantly my favorite person. Thank you. See? Thank you.